Good morning. Welcome to Live from the Loft today. I don't know where you're watching from, but here it is gray, dark, and raining. But we feel the presence of the Spirit, and we feel that warmth. Glad today I have both my folks visiting, and my father, Reverend William Herger, Bill, is going to share the prayers today, so that's a gift. We have Ashley on vocals, and so we're thankful for her. And we have a few prayer requests today. The first, we want to keep Marty Gatton in our prayers. He's got some serious tests and test results coming up this week, and that's just always a very anxiety-producing time. And so we're going to ask God's presence with him and Michelle and the kids just to carry them through this time. And this morning, as every Sunday morning, it's a reminder God is in control. Also, we'll continue to pray for Jan Tolchin as she is on hospice, still hospitalized with COVID, but hanging in there. Then we have some continued healing. These folks are all doing well, at least are home, and Ted continues to do well. Kevin's knee is doing as well as can be expected. Diane and Jolene. So we just continue to ask God to hold them up. And then a couple of celebratory prayers. One is, if you caught it this week, Tuesday, Brittany and Jason were married, and they wouldn't fit up here in the loft, so we had to do it outside. But anyway, we're glad. What a day of celebration that was, and so happy for both of them. So God's continued richest blessings on them. And also, my son Gabe went Thursday, got his COVID tested, and it's negative, so he outdid it. And so thank you for your prayers for my son. And some of you sent cards, and he said, please, Dad, tell them thank you. So from my son to you, thank you so much for your cards and caring. All right, our first song today is How Great Is Our God. It's an easy one. If you don't have the lyrics, you can join in the refrain. Get a pencil and paper ready. I'll give you the lyrics to the refrain. It's How Great Is Our God. Okay, can you get that? All right, so if you can do that, you can be a part. Let's remember, this is part of today is just remembering that our God is great and He's with us.
The splendor of the King.
Amen. Thank you. All right. We'll do our reading now. Today's reading is taken from the Gospel of Matthew. 13th chapter. Jesus then told them this story. The kingdom of heaven is like what happened when a farmer scattered good seed in a field. But everyone was sleeping. An enemy came and scattered weed seeds in the field and then left. When the plants came up and began to ripen, the farmer's servants could see the weeds. The servants came and asked, "Sir, didn't you scatter good seed in your field? Where did these weeds come from?" "An enemy did this," he replied. His servants then asked, "Do you want us to go out and pull up the weeds?" "No," he answered. "You might also pull up the wheat. Leave the weeds alone until harvest time. Then I'll tell my workers to gather the weeds and tie them up and burn them. But I'll have them store the wheat in my barn." Jesus told them another story. The kingdom of heaven is like what happens when a farmer plants a mustard seed in a field. Although it is the smallest of all seeds, it grows larger than any garden plant and becomes a tree. Birds even come and nest on its branches. Jesus also said, "The kingdom of heaven is like what happens when a woman mixes a little yeast into 3 big batches of flour. Finally, all the dough rises." May God's Spirit move among us through the reading and hearing of these sacred words.